Hey everyone, we're going to be starting off the video a bit different. So we're going to be starting off with the deck review, and I will explain why at the end of the video. So starting off, you can see here is one side of the box. Here is the other side of the box. Now the top sides and bottom are going to be blank, and it's going to have this tan color. Now, if you open up the flap, it's going to be tan, and it's going to be tan all the way on the inside as well. Now, the cards are going to look like this. So it's going to be this really nice camo color. Now, you do receive two jokers starting off, okay? So here is the first joker. Here is the second joker. Now you do receive two blank cards as well, and I'm not too sure why, but here are the two blank cards. Now because these are World War II movie covers and movie posters, a couple of the cards may be inappropriate for the camera here, so I'm not going to show them just because I don't want to risk getting in trouble by YouTube. But the rest of the cards that I can show you, I will. I'm not going to show these too long, but you can pause the video and look at them. So most of the cards you can actually see, so that's good. I think there's just one you cannot see. You may be able to see it, but just so I don't risk anything, I'm not going to show you it. And I'm not going to linger too long either, because I don't want the video to be super long here, because we're going to be doing the tutorial, but you can pause the video. So I'm not going to show that card, but so far for the rest of these, I will. So some of these are in English, but most of these are in a different language. So I'm guessing German by chance because of World War II. I think there's one more card I'm definitely not going to show, so it's that one. But the rest of these should be good to show, actually. If I can find a link for these to purchase, I will put that down in the description for you to buy them and then check out the two cards I didn't show. Or I may just tell you the two cards off the bat, and then you can see if you can find a deck review and maybe see the cards that way. So I hope I'm not going too fast, but you can always pause if I am. We're almost done here, too. And there is the last card. So the two cards I didn't show are the Queen of Clubs and the Queen of Diamonds. Okay, so if you want to go on YouTube to find a deck review, the Queen of Clubs and the Queen of Diamonds I didn't show. And that is the deck review. So let's get into the tutorial for this. So the reason I'm not going to be doing a performance is because you need to know how to do a perfect Pharaoh shuffle. I can't do a Pharaoh shuffle, let alone a perfect Pharaoh shuffle to save my life. I can do a Pharaoh shuffle, but it usually takes quite a few tries, and I don't want to bore you guys. So that's why I'm going to be doing a tutorial. The cards I'm using are the Bicycle Avery. I have a deck review on these. I will link that in the description. This also means that we have one more deck review to do right after this, and then we're done with deck reviews, unless I find a new deck by then. So you need 52 cards starting off. Take out the jokers, take out the ad cards. You need 52. So the deck can be shuffled, and once you're done, either you or the participant, you're going to take out a pair of cards to help you. Let's say the two red kings. We will leave them off to the side. The deck can be shuffled, and after it's shuffled, you're going to have the deck cut perfectly in half. Now, because I'm not good at cutting the deck in half, I'm going to deal this, so it's going to be equal piles. But keep in mind, you can either deal this perfectly in half, or you can cut the deck in half. If you don't know how to do the Pharaoh Shuffle, if I didn't say this already, I will leave a link in the description. I will also leave the original video in the description where you can see a performance and a tutorial. So once the deck is in half, either half the kings are going to go in. So let's say this half. This can be shuffled again, it doesn't matter. You're going to have them call out stop. And the great thing about this is they can go one card more, two cards more. They can even go back up the deck. It really doesn't matter. Let's say they say stop here. You're going to put the kings in like this. And then as an afterthought, you say, actually, let's go ahead and leave those kings out of the deck. What you're going to be doing when spread into the kings is you're going to be counting how many face down cards you have on top of the two kings. So I like to get this done in groups of 3. So you're going to be saying, okay, let's see how many cards are on top of the kings. And I know we have 11 cards. In my head, I went while talking 3, 6, 9, then 10, 11. You want to remember that number. So however many cards is on top of your two kings, remember that number. And you can get this done anyway. Just don't count out loud, and also don't make it look like you're counting. You just want to make it look like you're spreading to the kings here. So I know 11. I'm going to out jog the kings and set those down. So with the other pile, you're going to have it shuffled and a card selected, but you're going to do really easy math in your head. So you know you have 11 cards on top of the kings. So you're going to be doing, in your head, 11 minus 1, which is 10. So you're always going to subtract 1. Okay, so if you have 20 cards, subtract 1. If you have 7 cards, subtract 1. And that number is going to be your new number. So in this case, we have 10. So we're going to have the selection controlled 10th from the top. How do I do this? Simple. While I'm explaining that they can take out any card, I'm going to time it so I can push off 3, 6, 9, 2 more for 11, keep my finger on here, and then I can spread out the rest. So by the time I get finished saying you can take out any card, I now have a break on 11 cards. Let's say, okay, I want you to reach in and pull out any card, and now I have 11 here. If they pull out a card underneath the break, so where you have spread out, that's fine. You're gonna close up the break, catch a break, and continue. If they happen to take a card out above the break, let's say here, that's fine. You're gonna close up the break, but before you do it, okay, so before you close up all the way, you're gonna push off one card, catch a break under that one, and then you can close up. So now you have a break under 10 cards, really. So 3, 6, 9, and then one more for 10. You're going to do a Marlowe tilt, a bluff pass, any way you know how to get this card 10th from the top here. I will leave a link for the tilt and pass in the description. So let's say we go ahead and put it right here. So the 10 of diamonds, and then you put the rest on top. If you wanted, this is really easy. They have their card and you say, how about you place your card here and you can just lift up on the break. if you don't know how to do the other moves or if you don't want to do the other moves. And that looks like it's pretty much in the middle as well. And the last part is doing a perfect Pharaoh shuffle. And this is important when you do the Pharaoh shuffle. So you're going to pick up both halves. You know one pile has the kings. This pile does not have the kings. So when you Pharaoh, you want the pile that has the selection. So this one, you want this bottom card, the nine of spades, to be the bottom card for the pile with the kings. So when you go about and you Pharaoh this, okay, so here's the queen of diamonds. This nine of spades is going to be the second card from the bottom like this, and then the rest of the cards are going to be Pharaohed perfect. And that really is going to be the effect, okay? So just because I can't do a perfect Pharaoh, I'm going to do it this way. Here's the pile with the kings. Here is the pile with the selection. And then you can Pharaoh these in. And this is fine if it takes you a few tries. You can explain to them that you're going to try to perfectly shuffle this deck of cards to get the kings to find their selection. And they're going to see that, hey, it's going to be hard and it's going to take a while. But as you can see right there, because you did the perfect Pharaoh, that now the effect is gonna work how it's supposed to. So I shuffle the rest of these, and the top two cards you won't be able to Pharaoh into each other, just because you had the two kings out. But now you can say, okay, what was your card? They say the three of diamonds, I believe it was. Wave your hand, snap your fingers if you want, spread out the cards, and there is one card in between the two kings, and it is their three of diamonds. And that is the effect. So this is why I didn't do a performance. I've been practicing this to do the perfect Pharaoh, but I just can't get it done. But I really wanted to show this effect. So yeah, this is the effect. I hope you like this. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time with another effect. Bye.